6. The Battle for Tonar. The sky above Tonar crackled with energy as the final confrontation began. Lani, Prax, Diana, and Ravian led a united front of resistance fighters and mercenaries into the heart of the Queen's stronghold, a towering palace of crystal and steel. The rhythmic hum of the planet's sonic energy seemed to intensify as if the world itself anticipated the clash. The Queen's forces poured out of the palace gates, a mix of heavily armored soldiers and drones armed with disruptive sonic weaponry. Prax at the front shouted commands to his allies. His golden eyes burned fiercely as he cut through the soldiers with his blade, moving with precision and strength. Ravian fought beside him, his curved blade gleaming as he deflected a blast of sonic energy and countered with a devastating strike. Despite their mutual distrust, Prax and Ravian fell into an unspoken rhythm, fighting back to back against the Queen's relentless forces. "Don't get yourself killed, mercenary," Prax muttered as he blocked an attack. "Not when I'm having this much fun," Ravian replied with a smirk, his silver eyes flashing. Diana, armed with scavenged alien tech, fired energy bursts to cover their flanks. She ducked behind a fallen column, shouting, "Ravian, incoming!" He turned just in time to deflect another soldier's strike, glancing back at her with a grin. "Starting to enjoy saving the world?" he teased. "Just don't make me regret trusting you," Diana shot back, but her lips twitched into a small smile. Meanwhile, Lani unleashed her sonic powers, sending waves of energy rippling through the battlefield. With each note she sang, her confidence grew, her voice becoming a force that even the Queen's soldiers couldn't withstand. After a fierce push through the palace, the group reached the grand throne room, its walls shimmering with crystalline structures that amplified the Queen's presence. Queen Arivan stood at the center, her silver-blue skin glowing ominously. The gemstone embedded in her chest plate pulsed with dark energy, sending shockwaves through the air. "You've come far, but you're too late," Queen Arivan said, her voice smooth and menacing. "This gem is my power, my life, and it will be your end. Your reign ends today," Prax growled, stepping forward with his blade raised. Lani placed a hand on his arm, stopping him. "This is my fight," she said, her voice steady, despite the fear in her heart. The Queen's laughter was sharp. "You think you can face me, child? Your power is nothing compared to mine." Lani squared her shoulders and sang, her voice releasing a blast of sonic energy that clashed with the Queen's gemstone pulses. The throne room filled with blinding light and deafening sound as their powers collided. "You don't understand," Queen Arivan screamed. "The gem is the source of Tonar's balance. Without it, the planet will fall into chaos." "No," Lani shot back, her voice unwavering. "The gem is poisoning Tonar, and it's time to set this planet free." Prax watched from the sidelines, his golden eyes filled with worry and admiration. He clenched his fists, but held himself back, trusting Lani to finish the fight. With one final earth-shaking note, Lani hit the gem's frequency perfectly. The shockwave shattered the gemstone into 1,000 pieces, and the dark energy dissipated. Queen Arivan staggered backward, her connection to the gem severed. The throne room fell silent. The balance of Tonar had been restored. As the resistance fighters cheered and the Sonari emerged from his confinement, weakened but alive, Lani turned to Prax, her chest rising and falling with the effort of her victory. "You did it," Prax said softly, his voice filled with awe. "We did it," Lani corrected, stepping closer. For a moment, the chaos faded away, and it was just the two of them, standing in the glowing light of the shattered gem. Prax reached out, brushing a strand of Lani's dark curls from her face. His golden eyes softened as he looked at her, his usually stoic expression melting into something warmer, something vulnerable. "I've never met anyone like you," he murmured. Lani felt her heart race, but for once, it wasn't from fear. "And I've never had anyone believe in me like you do," she replied, her voice barely above a whisper. Their gazes locked, and the unspoken tension that had simmered between them finally broke. Prax leaned down, and Lani met him halfway, their lips brushing in a soft, lingering kiss that carried the weight of everything they'd fought for. As they pulled apart, the hum of Tonar's energy seemed lighter, freer. Lani smiled, her hand lingering on Prax's chest. "So what happens now?" "Now, we rebuild," Prax said. "Together." Nearby, Diana leaned against a column, watching Ravian with a mix of curiosity and exasperation as he cleaned his blade. "You're sticking around, aren't you?" she asked, raising an eyebrow. Ravian grinned, his violet eyes twinkling. "Someone has to make sure you don't get yourself killed in the next fight." "Charming," Diana muttered. But the faint blush on her cheeks betrayed her growing interest. As the sun set over the crystalline forests of Tonar, the group stood together, knowing that while the battle was over, their journey was far from finished. But for now, there was hope.
Stepping in the scene, lights are shining bright, wings out in the ring, ready for a royal fight. She got that crown, but I got my own. And neither we're electric, like a powerful cyclone. Versus queen, here on this time, nobody can deny. Queen versus queen, this game may rise and fly so high. Queen versus queen, the stars alight, ignite the sky. Queen versus queen, unstoppable, we reign side by side. Camels flashing, catching every move. Run out steps, nothing to prove. She's got a throne, and I've got mine. Together we're fighting perfect harmony and rhyme.